my name is Stone. Welcome back to the channel, and today I have my dad's Porsche 986 Boxster with Fabspeed Supercup exhaust. Next we have a 991.2 Porsche GT3 that's up for sale at Mall of Georgia Mini. They've kind of let me use this car today. I want to compare the sound of the Fabspeed exhaust to the sound of a stock GT3. Let's see how it goes. All right, so like I said, we have the 2000 Porsche 986 Boxster, and we have the 2019 Porsche GT3. Now the difference between these two cars are incredible. One thing I like about both of these cars is they are the same paint color as, well, Guards Red. 986 is Guards Red, GT3 is Guards Red. The Porsche Boxster is a 5-speed manual with a 2.7 liter flat six producing around 217 horsepower, but with a Fabspeed exhaust it probably produces around 225. Now with the Porsche GT3 we have a 4-liter flat six also producing around 500 horsepower. Now these two are completely different things. The Boxster is not a 911, the Porsche GT3 is part of the 911 family, but this car is still really cool. My dad bought this in place of the Lotus since we bought the house. He added the Porsche decals, added spacers to the rear wheels, added this really nice rear spoiler from a Cayman, has the blacked out Boxster logo, and of course, the Fabspeed Supercup exhaust. He also added the upgraded front headlights and the really cool side markers. On the GT3, pretty much stock. I have a little key here, also painted in Guards Red. You have the carbon ceramic brakes with the yellow calipers, a really red line around the tires, which I really like. You have the carbon mirrors right here. Really nice rear spoiler with the 4-liter written on the side. Porsche and GT3 in red. Super cool car. I love the LEDs. Another really cool part about the cars is also seeing the difference of interiors. You have on the Boxster a really nice tan interior with the older screens, older steering wheel. Of course, the 5-speed manual is really cool. The older seats, also really nice, gives a really cool classic timing. Now coming over to the GT3, it's a little bit of a different ballgame. You have all Alcantara on the doors, the red stitching, the leather on the side, the carbon fiber with the GT3, which is such a really cool touch. You have these really nice sports seats with the GT3 logo embroidered in the car. You have the Alcantara seat, GT3 written on the rear, where the rear seat delete would be. Really nice Alcantara steering wheel with the dial for track days, help you find the center line. Also notches and buttons, but also the screen right here with the PDK, the Porsche logo, and the center glove box. So I'm gonna take y'all on a bit of a drive in both those cars to hear how the exhaust sound on the road. But for now, let's get to startups and some revs. Boxsters just because, you know, they're on 911, they're not, you know, they're not the hard top, they're the soft top, blah blah blah. I tell them, bull crap. This car is one of the funnest cars I've driven, and I work at a car dealership where I drive cars every day. And between my dad had the Agora GT, that was a fun car, but this car makes you feel so much more alive and vibrant. This Supercup exhaust is just man, it makes you grip from ear to ear. Granted, this car is not very expensive. You could buy 5 to 6 Boxsters for the price of that GT3. And is it just as fun? In my opinion, yeah, I think it is. I think honestly this is one of the funnest cars, bang for your buck, if you're trying to get into an entry-level fun sports car. I think this is one of the ways to go. And if you buy one, and you need an exhaust for your Porsche, whichever one it may be, a Cayman, 911, 4S, Boxster, get a Fabspeed exhaust, because this thing is absolutely amazing. This exhaust makes such a big difference. So my opinion, I actually gotta make a little bit of a turn here. We'll roll into it a little bit. Oh yes! Here we are. Now here comes the real downshift. I love the pops on this car. The pops on this car are so awesome. They sound so good. Second gear kind of cruising. This thing redlines at 7, so around 2,000 less than the GT3. But It handles so well. You can tell a difference between obviously having the Alcantara steering wheel and the performance of the GT3 and cornering versus, you know, something like the Boxster. But in retrospect, this car is 23 years old. The Porsche is only 4 to 3 years old, so there's a really big difference. But I love this car. This was the replacement. He would have gotten something different, but he bought a house recently, so this is what he could afford, and man, happy he did. This car is just a blast to drive. People look, it's hilarious. People look at this car, and it's pretty funny, but man, this exhaust just makes it such a big difference. This car is completely different without this exhaust. Of course, 5-speed and downshift. Fast, I give it that. If you want pure performance and track car, GT3 is the way to go. You never can go wrong with the PDK, 9,000 RPM revving. But if you're just wanting an entry-level fun car to have, Boxster's it. Alright, so we're in the GT3. Of course, the interior on these things are incredible because they are by Porsche. What's really cool about the GT3 is it has a fire extinguisher that comes stock with the car. So if you're on track days and, you know, start getting a little engine burn or whatever, it's pretty good. I apologize for the shaking. It's a race car. That's all I can say. Got some massive Pilot Sport Cup 2s in the rear. This thing is a purebred track animal. This isn't the newest GT3, but this is the generation before the 992. What's really cool about this one is this has the 7 or 8 speed dual PDK, dual clutch. So this thing is super fast, shifts are super sharp, really cool interior design, revs up to 9,000 RPM. We won't be getting up there today because it's a little damp outside, so you have to be careful. But yeah, man, this thing's awesome. So really cool because you have a sport button, exhaust button right down here in the corner, so you can adjust wiggle the valves off or on. You also have your front lift system, and you have your PDK Sport and suspension buttons. So we're gonna we have the valves on. We're gonna pop into manual. She's already warmed up because I drove a little bit. We're gonna give her up in the reg range. Again, 3,500, nothing crazy, and it still just sings to you. It's absolutely amazing. It rides so nice. The shifts are fantastic. They feel so good. So we got a clear shot right here. Gonna make a little left turn. I need a little throttle, nothing too crazy. This thing is fast with 500 horsepower. Downshift. Oh, we're downshift. That car for the rich, man. If you can afford this car, these cars are going up so much in value right now. This one is listed at $190,000. It has 10,000 miles, which is not bad for a 2019. Been driven pretty good, but you can just tell whenever you're driving it. Downshift. Braking is amazing. Carbon ceramic brakes, taking a corner. You can just tell this car has so much potential, so much anger. Revs up to 9,000 RPM. But granted, I haven't even hit 5,000, so we still have 4,000 RPM to even use. It's incredible. What an amazing car. Coming into a corner here, downshift. Those downshifts are so crisp. One more downshift. 4,000 RPM. Roll into a little bit. Those shifts are so crisp. Again, I'm sorry for the shaking. This car really is a track car. I don't even have it in PD. Oh shoot, I'm not even PDK Sport. Wow. Wow, that is a big difference. So I just clicked into PDK Sport. shifts got that much sharper and that much more pristine. Wow! That's a big difference. Let it rev out just a little bit. Nice! Wow, this car's incredible. You haven't been going that fast. Like I stayed within the speed limit. I was just letting it rise, slowly rise.
That's going to conclude today's video. I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope y'all get a relative idea of the sound between the GT3 and the Boxster. I think honestly the Boxster sounds a little bit better in my opinion. Once you get the GT3 up to RPMs, I think it sounds great, but it needs a little more throat in the bottom end and in the high end. So I hope y'all enjoyed today's videos. Please like and subscribe, because that'd be clutch. But that's all for now. See you on the next video.